It's time for the entertainment news. Yes, in case you don't know. Yes, we start with this one. Davido and Peruzzi allegedly involved in breach of contract drama. Head honcho of Davido Music Worldwide, Davido has been involved in an alleged case of contract breach alongside artist Peruzzi. It all started when Patrick Ayaene, a record producer and CEO of Goldenboy Entertainment, took to his Twitter account to create a thread using the hashtag #SurvivingPeruzzi to rant about how Peruzzi betrayed him, left his music label while still on contract, and went on to sign with Davido's record label, DMW. According to the 17-tweet thread, Patrick stated how he met Peruzzi, paid his bills, accommodated, and even signed him, only for Peruzzi to allegedly betray him and breach terms of his 3-year contract, which is signed since 2016 with Goldenboy Entertainment. Yes, sir.
Okay, well, Patrick also stated that the reason he is bringing this issue to social media is because he has been depressed since the beginning of the drama, claiming that he had even taken the matter to the police and the courts, and all his efforts have been frustrated. Now, as regards what he wants, he said this, he tweeted, and I quote, "I want to make it clear that all I want from is royalties and credit that Davido Music Worldwide owes Goldenboy Entertainment. Nothing more or less. We signed a contract and that should be respected." Peruzzi has, however, reacted to the allegations in a now-deleted tweet. He tweeted that he didn't cheat, take anybody's money, or bite the finger that fed him. He also accused the record label owner of breaking a system he recorded 27 songs on because the label boss had issues with his girlfriend. Now, he also stated that the Goldenboy CEO sold his songs to Nollywood producers without his consent and without paying him after the deal. Davido, in a different twist, had this to say about the situation. #Surviving Peruzzi, one of the best things that ever happened to me and my career. So if there's a problem, it's you, my guy. We tried reaching out to Peruzzi's management team for a statement, but as at the time of filing this report, efforts have proven abortive. We'll keep an eye on this story for sure, and we'll let you know how it all evolves. So I saw this last night. I didn't understand what was going on because I know that there's a new season of Surviving R. Kelly. So that was when I was still trying to catch up. And I saw Surviving Peruzzi. I was like, please, who did Peruzzi assault or what happened? And then I read through so many lawyers, entertainment lawyers digged in on this as well. They were able to tweet and analyze one or two things. What I'm just going to say is, I think that this issue, is the truth is in 3 places. Your truth, the truth, and the record label owner's truth. From what he's saying that he's a committed artist, he's done this, there's a contract. I feel like his fight is probably, it should be directed to Peruzzi, not trying to drag Davido into this, because it's a case where, okay, you're saying, okay, Davido should have, done his, like, there should have been due diligence before signing Peruzzi and all of that stuff. But what if he didn't find anything concrete, and that's why he went ahead to sign him? So your fight is with Peruzzi. I don't think dragging Davido, because he also posted a couple of DMs, like the chat between he and Davido. And I was like, Davido has stated it clearly that go and meet the person you have issues with. But there's a part I don't get. There's an audio signing somewhere, because Davido, the chat was in 2018. So things would have changed now, but at the time, Davido was like, he's not even signed to me, I'm just helping a brother. And the fact that Peruzzi is also Chima's cousin. So could it be that, this is my brother, we say, he's an artist, they signed him, but they're not doing anything for him, and he's just helping a brother. At the time, this was 2018, but then now there's probably a contract.
It's just crazy. I heard about this issue. Shout out to AK Street, who told me about this from the beginning this whole drama started. And I just wanted a situation whereby they would settle all of this before we talk about this. But I guess this guy, the Patrick Ayaene, they did the police station according to his tweets. They went to court, but none is favoring him. That's why he's coming out on Twitter saying he's depressed. He wants something to be done as regards this particular situation. Why he's dragging Davido into all of this? He's claiming, so there are some songs Davido has done, like he put out the original version that Peruzzi wrote. According to him, Peruzzi has written a whole lot of songs for Davido, and those songs, Davido has released them has made money from them. So therefore, if my artist writes a song for you and you're performing this song and you've dropped this song and you're making money from this song, you owe me. That is aside you even having you being with my artist. So that's why he's dragging Davido into the conversation. He puts Fire. He said Fire was, he released the original version of Fire that Peruzzi sang under Goldenboy Entertainment and gave it to Davido. So he's saying Davido actually owes him. He did Risky too, which Davido put on his A Good Time album, collecting royalties and everything. That's why he's claiming. It's crazy. I tried my best trying to reach out to Peruzzi's manager, but nobody's even picking calls so that we'll hear their own side of the story. And Peruzzi, after putting up that tweet, deleted the tweet, and we don't know what's really happening right about now.
This is very interesting. I love that this is happening. And why do I actually like that this is happening, or love that this is happening? Because, you know, I think this is the beginning of a structure being put in place. I mean, because I think that when you drag people, when you know your rights and then you come all out, well, you have gone to the courts, you have gone to the police, and it's almost like nothing is happening, and you said that you're depressed. Yeah, it could be, you know, overwhelming and depressing when somebody has taken what belongs to you, or when you don't get what you
allegedly
deserve, or allegedly what you deserve, and all of this. But then I just think that because you were asking, like, why was Davido dragged into it, and then it's very, very clear here. So I just think that things should be done properly, and when you have a contract, you should follow your contract through. And this has always been happening between record label owners and artists. So you think that, okay, let me just, because I'm hungry at the moment, let me just get on this deal, and afterwards, you know, when I blow, I would pull out or something. You have to follow through. You have to follow through. A contract is a contract. And when structures are being put in place, people would know what to do and what not to do. So you know that when you're meant to pay royalties, you pay royalties. You don't just use people's works, you know, their property, and then at the end of the day, they don't get paid.
How about the part where Peruzzi said something about him breaking a system, like a system that he recorded 17 songs on, because he was angry, and also
releasing his songs to Nollywood artists.
He's putting,
so it boils down to the structure. It boils down to the structure. If the structure is properly put in place, even as an artist, you know your rights, then things like that would not be done. They would not play your songs, you know, for movies and all that, and at the end of the day, you don't get anything paid for it. So it cuts across. The way all of these things are being tendered, like it's almost like fingers are being pointed at all of them, like the three of them.
Because and when you say you've gone to court, you've gone to the police, and all the judgment has not been in your favor, I feel like if you've gone to court, I feel like that's like the highest. Because most of the time we always say, don't drag people on social media, take it to court and let's see what happens. So if they've actually sorted the whole thing and you are, I mean, there is no case. They're saying that there is no case. I think that dragging them, you could also get them sued for defamation of character.
Because you know that the Nigerian system is a very funny one, one would say, because people would say that, oh, the court has spoken and all that. But then again, some people brag. They tell you that when they have money. Like, go ahead. True.
This situation is just annoying. I thought we're making progress in the Nigerian entertainment industry. Do you know what this singular thing must have done right now to many investors who want to actually sign? There are a whole lot of talents out there in Nigeria. And we keep seeing issues like this every now and then. And now we have another one again, and people will now be going back like, no, I don't want to do this.
There are so many issues. It is not only with, you know, this artist. You know, the other day, K-Solo came here and he was talking about people who would even help the investors spend their money. They will say, we would help you, we would help you. The songs will not go. And that is not even about the artist. There are so many problems. All right, now let's move on. Why I never got married to Stedman Graham. Oprah Winfrey, media mogul Oprah Winfrey, has been in a long-term relationship with Stedman Graham since 1986, has come out to reveal why she never got married to the businessman. She made this known in the latest edition of the Oprah magazine, saying, in 1993, the moment after I said yes to his proposal, I had doubts. I realized I didn't actually want a marriage. I wanted to be asked. I wanted to know he felt I was worthy of being his masseuse, but I didn't want the sacrifices, the compromises, the day-in, day-out commitments required to make a marriage work. My life with the show was my priority, and we both knew it. He and I agreed that had we tied the marital knot, we would not still be together. Speaking on how their nearly 34-year relationship has been able to work, Oprah said, Our relationship works because it created an identity beyond being Oprah's man. It teaches identity leadership around the world and has written multiple books on the subject. And because we share all the values that matter, integrity being number one, and because we relish seeing the other fulfill and manifest their destiny and purpose. This is a very...
Disclaimer for everybody.
Day.
Exactly. So for everybody that came into my DM the other day, I think on Monday when I talked about this whole marriage thing, and they're like, "Oh, you're misleading young ladies." Please, I am not misleading anybody. I am saying what works for me. I'm not saying that I'm not going to. Never say never. If it happens, fine. But when I saw this post yesterday, I was just like, okay, so I'm not abnormal at the end of the day. Like, someone actually feels this way.
Shakira felt
like
that
me.
way.
Shakira felt that way. But this explains, this is like, it just articulated everything I've been saying back and forth. Like, look, we don't have to get married. I want to know that, yeah, you find me worthy enough to, you know, want to be with me for the rest of your life and all that stuff. But the moment marriage gets in, there's just something about it. And look at them. They've been together for 34 years, doing amazing, happy together, living life on their own terms. Like, do you, please, don't put me under any pressure and say, oh, your mentor said this, your role model. I'm not anybody's role model. Please, your mother is at home, your father is at home. Go with that. I am just saying what works for me, how I feel at the moment. We never can tell. Anything can change, you know. But right now,
when I saw the story, the first person that came
to your mind was me.
I'm like our set, Arike. Wow. Interesting. I mean, whatever rocks your boots. Whatever rocks your boots.
Okay. OJ, do you have anything to say, married man?
Whatever rocks your boots, married man.
All right, guys, that's all we have for you on Entertainment News today.